So Archbishop Duncan Williams had to leave. Reverend Dag Mills has to leave. On my Ghana, as we are speaking right now, no, we don't have active operational private fighter jets. Now, let's now talk about some U-turns this government has made. You see U-turn, you are going in a particular direction, you turn around and go back into the direction from where you were coming from. And then U-turn, yes sir. When John Mahama, His Excellency, was in opposition, there were certain things NDC then, idea propaganda, from their leader, John Mahama, to Okujeto Ablakwa, to Sam George and the others. There are a lot of things they painted it very black. They said Akufo Addo was a thief because he wanted to do those things for our dear nation. Etina Ghana for na believe say we there say NDC eba abaima. There are those things that they will do better when it comes to those. Ebusuanfo is just barely 1 year that NDC has come to power. And guess what? The lithium on my way, I did lithium. Na coupon dia shiraye. Most of the time, people are only focused on the gold and the diamond. But lithium is also there. Lithium, kumasi kwimida ase. Lithium nsu wo ho. Na lithium na coupon dia shira on my way no. And Akufo Addo proposal be by say yentimi lease this lithium no to an investor. Now you lease this lithium no to the investor. On mine there was womu be 13%. Mutene you. On mine there be say 13%. Sorry. 13%. Now sa proposal no eco parliament. Hey, NDC 4 year dede. Adena on my way your lithium no ebe 13% penna on my no ebe buying there ebe on my there we can do better. Akufo Addo no obesofa de no money boost your fontina okoja 30% okoji scabinti. Hey, na Akufo Addo say how? So Akufo Addo let go of it. Akufo Addo said, okay, that's fine. If NDC 4% because of the lithium, out of a good heart and a love for this nation, that we wanted to enter into a collaboration with an investor. Say NDC 4 omudia ye no esama. I could dig Ghana for 3 months. Let's leave it. Let's not touch the lithium agreement. Remember, the agreement on the board was how much? 13%. And guess what? This government, NDC has come to power. The NDC that was shouting against 13%, no, they have come to power. And they have gone for that same lithium agreement. And guess how much the nation is getting? 5%. 5%. That is what they have been able to negotiate. Do you know how they were able to negotiate 5%? You see, if I have money and I know that maybe you watching me, someone watching me wants to sell their car to me, I have the money. I know that you need to sell that car in order to raise money, maybe to travel abroad. So I was bringing the money. You said you sell it to me at maybe 50,000. I was bringing the 50,000. Then when I got there, you said that, oh, I said, I don't want to sell the car again. No. I said, okay, now go back with my 50,000. Then I'm sleeping. Then you call me at midnight. Charlie, I want to sell the car. And now I'm sure I want to sell it. I'll tell you I cannot buy it at 50,000 again because I know, since they say there, we want you more. And I'll tell you, say, okay, method with 30,000. I keep my money. That is what happened with the Lithium agreement. They spoke against Akufo Addo, who was given a 13%, and they have now gone to settle for a 5%. And Ghanaians are quiet. This one to a goodwill, and yes, sir. And they have signed the agreement too. Agreement on signing. The media is quiet on it. Meanwhile, in him say, you 10 way no, a year even worse. Worse. And you see some of these agreements on 2029. A count and be jail. Yeah. This Lithium agreement say nkrofo be fa ho akọ jail no enye easy 2029. Because we cannot have a proposal for 13% ready. You speak against it. Then when you come and do what? 5%. A financial loss to the state. Munima. A financial loss to the state. Every thanks for reposting. And those involved, you deserve to go to jail. So just prepare yourselves, eat well, put on weight, and wait for 2029. Because a come about dim one sawam no. You would wish, sir, you didn't accept appointment. Mudi nima, mudi lithium no. I got 5% no. A come about demo. I want sawam 2029 no. Now the second thing that this government, NDC government, where I a U10 and say, Ebusianfo, National Cathedral. National Cathedral. When NDC was in power, MPP was in power, there was this idea. Say, on mine, we do not really have a place of worship, national place of worship for our nation. Okay? And then also, we didn't have a place where really enclosed place, government there, we will be holding state events and others. So idea came through the president that let's just have a national cathedral. And as part of that cathedral, we'll have a library, liaison, and various staff. And it is also going to be open for tourism. In fact, the cathedral near Redia will be even doing the swearing in of the president there at the cathedral. So all those were part of the idea behind the National Cathedral. The project started well. They started raising funds. People were donating money. I had donated. There was a short code. And then Okujeto Ablakwa, whose constituency is the poorest in Volta region, by the way, made a whole lot of noise about it. Sam George made a whole lot of noise about it. They destroyed the name of the cathedral, and they even destroyed the name of professors, men of God. Opoko that was the former chairman of the Church of Pentecost. They destroyed their reputations. They called them thieves. They managed to really and truly paint the cathedral so black that men of God were even scared of associating themselves with the project. So Archbishop Duncan Williams had to leave. Reverend Dag Mills had to leave. Pastor Isranaba had to leave. Because NDC had done only say about propaganda there and smear campaign there. NDC on me first. And yes, sir. So they did all those things. Akufo Addo commissioned investigation to the cathedral. Report by say nothing untoward has been done. Another investigation, the same report. NDC for about powers, they commissioned a report into it, an investigation. And His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, just this week, in a statement he made, he says that John Mahama, he is not opposed to the idea of building a cathedral that onu John Mahama krano we see a sorry dime baku 10 ama Assemblies of God. Onwana numtum. He said it himself. That he, John Mahama, has used his own money to build 10 churches for for Assemblies of God. And you and I, let's just imagine, say, Omampini onwane sika or say onwane sika. And they see a sorry dime baku 10. And when you look at the price of building 10 churches from start to finish, when you consider the price now, all his salary from now to 2028, it is not up to. And you ask yourself, say, which businessman spends more than what we will get in return? So when we tell you, say, these people have come and they are coming to chop our money, show us how to chop money, nyafu. That is what I mean. That is what we are meaning. Now, John Mahama is telling you, and I say, cathedral project, enye evil. Akufo Addo did not take 1 Ghana cedi from cathedral money. Ken Ofori-Atta did nothing wrong with the seed capital that came from the finance ministry. That is NDC now, their confession. That is their confession. So they made a U-turn when it came to the cathedral. The next thing they did a U-turn on. A presidential jet. In this same nation, NDC4, they started a certain campaign. There was a time that the jet was not fit for flight. So it was sent to France for maintenance. So while it was in France now, the president was using private jet. Okujeto Ablakwa kept putting the life of our president in danger because he says that he does not support the president using private jet. NDC4 kept talking about it as though it was unheard of, unthinkable. So whilst they were making noise, and a Ministry of Defense, because Ministry of Defense is responsible for the presidential travels. I'm sure some people didn't know. So you have learned something. When it comes to presidential travels, Ministry of Defense, they are in charge. And the Ministry of Defense went to Parliament with a proposal, say, since Ghanaians are complaining about the fact, say, the president is using private jet, let's use money to buy a new one. So this new one, then if you buy a new jet and the president is still using private jet, then we can talk about it. NDC4 in Parliament, they stood against it. Oh, lie. Why do we want to buy a new jet? Meanwhile, the current one we have, a year best, is in pristine condition. NDC4, no. Said the jet, Falcon, is in the best condition. And they stood against it to the extent, say, MPP had to drop that plan of buying or securing a new presidential jet for the nation. Ebusian 4, 2026 budget that Atofosson has read, guess what? They say they want to buy not just one, but two. They want to buy 2 presidential jets. In the budget is submitted to Parliament. 2 presidential jets. The people who stood against buying 1 presidential jet just about 2-3 years ago, those same people, they have drawn a budget today and they want to buy 2. And in fact, they are going to buy it because they have the numbers. They are going to use over 1 billion cedis to buy 2 private jets. That's because the president wants to live like an Arabian emperor, a Japanese emperor. Yeah. So it was all like a game for them. That is what they don't take Ghanaians seriously. They would rather insult our intelligence. They will tell us this today and do the exact opposite tomorrow when given power. And that is how come they are going to use our hard-earned monies. Meanwhile, whilst they are budgeting for 2 private jets, you see, they will not pay nurses, they will not even take new nurses, they will not take teachers. Okay, let me block this guy. Good. They will not take teachers. They will not employ teachers. They will not employ new people into the public sector. But they have money. Minister said, God bless you, bro. Amen. Thank you so much. They have money to buy 2 jets at a go. 2. So you ask yourself, say, even, let's assume, say, we have Ghanaians are forgiving you for you misleading them. Even if you want to buy jets for the president, tobacco at a go, 1, gradually, yes, sir. 2. So in all, the nation is going to have 3 presidential jets. Do you know the dangerous part? Type, tell me. Someone start type, tell me, and I'll tell you the dangerous part. I want to know if you are following. One person type, tell me. Do you know the dangerous part? Someone should type, tell me, then let me continue. Kindly power tap and share the live. Power tap and share the live. I'm waiting for someone to type it so that I can continue. Power tap and share the live. Okay, Kweku Mesa says, tell me. Good. Gab Media Akwaba. The dangerous part may say, prices no the year one. But let's even forget about the prices for now. On my Ghana, as we are speaking right now, we don't have active operational private fighter jets. Yeah, military, no. On mining military. Our military, as we are speaking right now, we don't have operational fighter jets. So basically, if maybe a plane that is not supposed to fly over Ghana enters into our airspace, we don't have the military, our military does not have any fighter jet it can use to actually fly and dive and tell the plane to go back to wherever they're coming from. Or if there should be any threat to our nation from the air, we do not have any fighter jet. And the NPP was making plans to buy 6 fighter jets for our nation. 6 of them. 6. So when they went for meeting, our parliament defense committee, it came up again, and then Reverend Tim Fujo told them, say, the urgent thing, we need fighter jets. The military needs fighter jets, because all fighter jets now, it will also help you in fighting Galamsey. Yeah, if you have fighter jets, it will help you fight Galamsey. You get it. Now, so they agreed, say, NDC4, they agreed, say, in the 2026 budget now, they will make provisions for the nation to buy the fighter jets. The budget has come. They have not even made provision for one single fighter jet. Not even one. But could say they have not made provision for it. But they have made provision to buy 2 presidential jets for John Mahama, His Excellency. That is the government you have voted for. That is the party you have voted for. You can imagine a nation like Ghana not having one operational fighter jet. Meanwhile, there are a lot of threats to our borders. A lot of threats. So when we were supposed to put money into our defense and get ready, and farm, they are only thinking about luxury. They are only thinking about stealing our money and putting into their own pockets. So when you wake up and you are saying 38% pains. You see, you think that if there is any, God forbid, if there is any issue with this nation, they are going to say that who are the MPP people? And they are the ones. No, we will all suffer it. So you better join us in calling our leaders to do the right thing. You better join us. It's not negotiable. A country the size of Ghana, you need fighter jet as a military operational. Money has come. Let's go and buy a your mama say Debbie or the better private jet money. We are all in it.